Who in golf could be this interesting? Phil Mickelson is facing backlash for a morally bankrupt statement on a $3 billion golf revolt. Mickelson might have just changed his plans about the Saudi tour, but has he already said enough to be suspended? And on a more positive note, the legendary Julie Inkster is being honored by the USGA as the latest Bob Jones Award winner. Mickelson's association with the Saudi-backed league. It's no surprise that Phil Mickelson is playing the role of the instigator in the escalating controversy around a new Saudi Arabia-backed golf league aimed at pulling premier pro golfers away from the long-established PGA Tour. Mickelson, one of the game's most popular players, has spent over 3 decades aggravating the sport's leadership, whether it's the United States Golf Association or the PGA Tour, from which he has earned about $100 million. Mickelson's reputation as a free-thinking rebel is well known, but even his distinguished reputation could not have done anything to predict the astonishing remarks made by him while addressing the proposed Super Golf League, whose primary source of funding is Saudi Arabia's $400 billion public investment fund. Mickelson told writer Alan Shipnuck in an unauthorized interview that he was aware of the kingdom's terrible record on human rights, but was willing to support the new league because it was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to drastically enhance PGA Tour players' revenue. Phil Mickelson's backtracking on his support for the Saudi Golf League. Phil Mickelson recently admitted that he wasn't really excited about joining the new league, which is supported by the Saudi government, but that it was necessary to use his leverage to convince the PGA Tour to treat its players better. In an article published on the Fire Pit Collective golf website, Shipnuck cited Mickelson as saying the Saudi authorities were scary and used a slur to describe them. Mickelson also talked about Saudi Arabia's ban on homosexuality, which is punishable by death. He further talked about the murder of Mal Khashoggi, a Washington Post journalist, at the hands of the Saudi regime. Despite knowing all of this, Mickelson still supported the Saudi Golf League, and that isn't sitting right with a lot of people. Reaction to Mickelson's comments. Phil Mickelson's contentious comments about the possibility of a breakaway Saudi Super Golf League have enraged some of the sport's biggest names, and this isn't even the first time this year Mickelson has attracted backlash. Mickelson faced criticism earlier this year when the 6-time major champion made headlines in January when he accused the PGA of obnoxious greed for preventing him from earning more money before revealing that he was searching for options elsewhere. His most recent controversy has attracted a lot of heat from fans and pros alike. As soon as the story hit the web, fans started taking sides. Some backed Mickelson and claimed that he was thinking for the better of the sport, while others claimed that Mickelson was only seeing money and didn't care whose blood was on it. The reaction from the locker room hasn't been much different. Some players have condemned Mickelson's interest in the Saudi League, while players are also intrigued by the new league's potential. The most attractive thing about the new league is their juicy contracts, which include guaranteed payouts for signing up, 54-hole tournaments with no cuts that promise more guaranteed money each week, licensing rights sharing, and a team concept that will also allow for greater prize money. In response to Mickelson's comments, world number 8 Justin Thomas fired back at his countryman, questioning whether things are really that awful for PGA Tour players, calling his statements pretty egotistical. He added that he's done a lot of great things for the PGA Tour. It's a big reason it is where it is. Eamon Lynch, a sports analyst, was even tougher in his criticism of Mickelson's remarks, claiming that he cannot imagine any prominent figure making a more morally bankrupt statement. Meanwhile, Joel Dahman, Mickelson's longtime partner, has made it obvious that he disagrees with the lefty. Dahman said that Phil doesn't speak for us, and he doesn't speak for me. Could other golfers follow in Mickelson's footsteps? A lot of people are speculating that the younger generation of golfers might follow suit in Mickelson's footsteps and join the Saudi League. While no tour golfers have pledged their support for the newly founded league, a few golfers, mostly over 45, have expressed reservations about it and offered mild praise for some of the rival league's proposals, such as fewer tournaments and appearance fees at events paid to top golfers regardless of their performance on the course. However, a lot of fans and pros alike believe that the divide between golfers born after and before 1985 cannot be ignored. Mickelson allegedly recruited 3 other players to the league and paid attorneys to draft operating agreements for the breakaway circuit. Adam Scott, the 41-year-old 2013 Masters champion, is one of the most prominent figures to indirectly show support for the new league. When questioned about joining the Saudi-backed league, Scott said he hasn't decided yet, but the door isn't closed. Scott has considerably reduced his playing schedule over the last decade, so the new league and their beefed-up contracts could be the ideal retirement package for him. Earlier this month, it was revealed that he had signed a non-disclosure agreement and could not comment on the rumored new league. However, most PGA Tour pros do not seem too eager to challenge the status quo. Has Mickelson done enough to be suspended from the PGA Tour. Mickelson's November interview with Alan Shipnick has enough juicy bits to make a Thanksgiving meal with leftovers for the week. Everybody's wondering if his involvement with the Saudis will get him sacked from the PGA Tour. Commissioner Jay Monahan has been adamant about his stance toward tour members, emphasizing several times that any player who deviates from the rules will be suspended immediately and could face a lifetime ban. Mickelson's remarks, as hostile and unprofessional as they are, could definitely come within this jurisdiction. On the other hand, we have routinely seen athletes criticize their leagues. We see it happen all the time in golf, especially when it comes to rules or course setups. And, in most situations, the monetary fine is the most that can be imposed. When questioned about the situation, Coach Tom Allen stated that suspending Mickelson would not have a significant impact on the tour. The only issue would be not knowing about the other suspected players who hired attorneys to build the SGL framework and not suspending them, because any Mickelson-specific punishment may be perceived as discriminatory and cause the tour a lot of trouble. Where does all this leave the next PGA Tour? The way things are going, something doesn't sit quite right about the next tour. Mickelson is absent. Bryson DeChambeau, meanwhile, is nursing an injury and denying any other motives. The top 10 golfers in the world are all competing at Riviera Country Club, but their appearance has taken a back seat to their commitment to the PGA Tour, and almost every top player has been questioned about the Saudi-backed golf league. Most of them are eager to say the promised blood money will not affect their life, while others, such as Adam Scott and Jason Kochrick, are more open to discussion. The more questions you ask, the more zealous your responses become. Rory McIlroy, who is open to discussing just anything related to the PGA Tour, is irritated that the Saudi league is still being discussed. Then there's Joaquin Niemann, who, when asked about it, elected not to say anything. All in all, things seem quite uncertain for the premier golf league right now. Julie Inkster is being honored with the Bob Jones Award. The USGA named Julie Inkster as the latest recipient of the Bob Jones Award in 2022 on Friday. The award has been presented annually since 1855 and is considered the USGA's highest honor, and it's given to individuals who display character, respect, and sportsmanship in the name of golf. Inkster was chosen in part because of her passionate spirit and the high esteem she continues to acquire throughout the game, according to an announcement made by the USGA. Inkster has won 45 times, including 7 majors. She has won 2 U.S. Women's Opens and 3 U.S. Women's Amateurs, as well as being a member of the 1982 U.S. Curtis Cup winning squad. Inkster has worked as a mentor and counselor to junior golfers, as well as advocating for the women's game as a player, captain, and TV analyst, in addition to a glittering competitive resume earning her a seat in the World Golf Hall of Fame. She also played a role in the creation of the Julie Inkster Award, which is graded annually to the highest-ranked Division I female golfer in her 4th year of eligibility. Julie exemplifies the true nature of this award in every way, claimed USGA CEO Mike Wan. He went on to praise Julie by saying that the game of golf is better because Julie is in it. We are very lucky to have her in the USGA family and are thrilled to honor her with this prestigious award. And that's a wrap for this video. What do you think the long-term effects of Phil Mickelson's comments will have on the world of golf? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this, and we'll see you in the next one.